Good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough! Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Красота. Приветствую всех на канале DLZ Gaming. Мы продолжаем проходить Hogwarts Legacy.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Легендарная шляпа.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
Скорее бы начать учиться или скорее бы исследовать замок? Пуффендуец, который хочет заниматься зоологией. Я бы на самом деле хотел бы исследовать замок, чтобы найти, где прятаться.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit. But your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of...
Какую же черту характера ты
What
видишь?
is it?
Какую же? Ну что ж, амбиции — это Слизерин. Верность — это Коктевран. Отвага — это, конечно же, Гриффиндор. А у нас любознательность. Пуффендуй. Кстати говоря, загадки я сам лично люблю.
You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
О, серьезно? Нет, 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 нет. Нет, 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 нет. А как так, я это ошибся, что ли? А, преданность и трудолюбие. Ну, нет. А, верность надо за Пуффендуй отвечать. Понял, хорошо.
Better be Hufflepuff.
Быстро переоделись в Hufflepuff.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Целый год не будет Хогвартса.
I
Ладно.
said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Нормально прогнал. Красава. Тупо всех выгнал.
It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley.
Уизли. Интересно.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this
Дальний
way.
предок тех Уизли, о которых мы с вами знаем.
It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff common room.
This is the entrance.
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most
Уксусом.
unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff. Well done.
Интересно.
Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Thank you. Good night. Утречко доброе. Красота!
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Здесь очень уютно и красиво. В отличие от Слизерина. Я на своем канале на Твиче играю за Слизерин, а запись веду на Пуффендуй. И Слизерин очень-очень темные и какие-то грустные, а здесь все яркое, веселое, красотища.
Revelio.
Возможно, даже что-то есть интересное здесь, нет? Здесь что-то есть. Угу, чаек, нормально. А у Слизерина вообще ничего. Яблоки. Круто, круто. Мы можем уронить такие стопки книг. Или вовсе их сломать и уничтожить. Жесть. Я как будто сейчас зашел не в Хогвартс, а в Властелин колец. Добро пожаловать в домики хоббитов.
Revelio.
Опа, глобус. Крутится. Хорошо.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Нужно познакомиться с ребятами вокруг. Ну, приступим.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
Да, мне нужно много наверстать.
I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed. 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... Being that far behind, I'd feel so...
Ущербный.
inadequate. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Так, ты думаешь, что должна быть в
Do
Когтевране?
you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
Ну, она хвастливая какая-то.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Хорошо, хорошо.
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
Артур.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
Так, жаль, а почему магические существа? Почему?
I'm
Типа,
sorry to
магические
hear that.
существа, они
I
просто
think magical
замечательные.
beasts are rather incredible.
Это ж факт.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Oh,
Жесть.
Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was
Пушишка.
furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Так, у тебя были
Have you
питомцы?
ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
Да. Не, ну, у меня
Nice
тоже мама
meeting you,
сгорела.
Arthur, and good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Ну, мне кажется, это прикольно. Ты какое-то странное животное сует язык в нос. Это что-то необычное, как минимум. Так, а ты, походу, у нас много умничаешь, да?
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
Не будем рассказывать
If you don't
информацию.
mind, I'd prefer to just forget about it.
Oh dear, it must have been bad. I mean, of course it was. I know I would have been terrified. Sorry. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Так, дядя, ты в порядке?
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes, he travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
А я думаю, на заучку у нас как бы есть человек, который шарит в зверях, есть персонаж, который как бы такой весь из себя, я крутой, и получить не хватало заучки. Ну ладно.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Есть неуверенная в
Of
себе
course.
дама.
And good luck.
Наверное.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Понял, принял, обработал, иду к профессору Уизли. Так. Здравствуйте.
Good morning. I trust you're
Good
ready
morning.
for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Опа, какая книжонка.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Угу. Хорошо. Засунул непонятно куда. Ладно.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Так, куда-то идем, что-то пробовать на практике. Ага, здесь что-то, кстати, было. Видели? Что-то здесь есть. Ну ладно, потом изучим.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Просто используйте Ревелио, хорошо.
Revelio.
Страница руководства, собрать. Книга рецептов домовых эльфов. Коллекция любимых рецептов студентов Хогвартса, которые собирались на протяжении веков. Некоторые блюда, такие как маринованные сливы цепелины, скорее всего, имеют очень необычный вкус. По слухам, в ней хранятся некоторые оригинальные творения самой Пенелопы Пуффендуй. Вы только что открыли испытание из руководства. Ваш прогресс будет отображаться здесь. Выполнение испытаний из руководства — это единственный способ заработать очки опыта. Мы зарабатываем опыт только так. Хорошо. Ваш уровень волшебства. Опыт, полученный в результате прохождения испытаний, повышает ваш уровень и силу. Ваше руководство отслеживает текущий прогресс в прохождении испытаний. Выберите меню испытаний, чтобы продолжить. Ага. Собрав всю первую страницу руководства, вы открыли... Собрав свою первую страницу руководства, вы открыли новую категорию испытаний. Здесь будут появляться все новые испытания, которые вы разблокируете во время своих приключений. Выберите страницу руководства, чтобы продолжить. Каждое испытание имеет несколько уровней. На каждом из них вас ждут специальные награды, начиная от внешнего вида и заканчивая важными обновлениями. Хорошо. Награды можно получить в меню испытания, возвращайтесь почаще, чтобы получить все награды, которые вы разблокировали. То есть, найдя, например, вторую сейчас страницу любую такую, мы получим особые очки с регалиями Хогвартса. Прикольно.
Clever, isn't it?
Еще конфеточку
Keep your
сделаем.
eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Угу. Мы нашли летучий порох. Летучее пламя, летучий порох. То есть можем телепортироваться по Хогвартсу. И сейчас мы увидим, как Хогвартс выглядит на карте. Ага. Разделено на две основные области. В левой части карты живут студенты и профессора. Здесь расположены гостиные и большой зал. И все. Нам не сказали, что происходит во второй. Ну ладно. Большой зал. Выбрать. Вот, здесь у нас есть летучий порох, зеленым посвящены те, которые мы уже видели, и серым, которые еще нужно нам открыть. А в правой части находятся точки интереса, связанные с учебой, включая астрономическую башню, библиотеку, ну и теплицы. Так, профессор Уизли разблокировал для нас точку с летучим пламенем в центральном зале. Это хорошо, спасибо. Телепортируемся. В загрузочных экранах нас ждут разные подсказки, которые можно почитать и понять, что вообще в целом мы можем. Например, использовав капслок, можно привязаться к цели и так постоянно ее атаковать, чтобы не переключаться между целями. Угу. Понял. Центральный холл, спасибо.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way.
Хорошо, закупаться будем. Так, а уроку заклинания раскрытие.
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Так, защита темных искусств.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
И что такое Hogsmeade?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there.
Ага, будем пить пиво с друзьями. Хорошо. Спасибо.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Не будем раскрывать все карты.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig.
Мне кажется, она его недолюбливает.
Must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Хорошо, спасибо, профессор Уизли. Профессор Фиг.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
Ну да,
I
мне не
did try
понравилось
to
ее
evade her
обмануть.
questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Так. Доступно задание с помощью карты. Угу. У нас есть два доступных задания. Понял. Ну и, допустим, сначала акцию. Отслеживай задание.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Так, ну... Задание завершено. Зачарованный компас. Я думаю, сейчас можем изучить здесь немножко окружность. Окружность. В общем, что здесь вокруг есть. Например, вот этот фонтан, который, кстати говоря, по-моему, двигается как-то. Живой фонтан. Это у нас фонтан в центральном зале. Богато украшенный фонтан и с искусно вырезанными статуями обители волшебного мира, в том числе с каменными сиренами, обрамляющими основание фонтана. И если мне не изменяет память... Они должны еще и крутиться, но, по-моему, это не работает. Ладно. По-моему, только что мы выполнили одно испытание со страницы руководства. Да, мы получили очки с регалиями Хогвартса. В снаряжении мы как раз-таки можем их надеть. Интересно. Хорошо. В целом, погружение в Хаффлпаф прошло очень успешно. Дальше будем изучать разные заклинания.